Hi guys, welcome back to OS Stuff. And in this video, we're going to be making 2 turtle races with Python. The first turtle race is going to be slightly more colorful with celebration dances and terminal outputs. And the second one is going to be with numbers and a plain screen with numbers that represent how far each turtle has gone. Both of them are going to be pretty cool. This one is going to be probably my favorite. Really quick, I'm going to actually run the program to show you what the outcome is. Draw the track, add the turtles, and then now they're going to start racing. And basically, it's always randomized, so one turtle is not going to always win. Now, pick turtle one and actually output it in the terminal. And I'm going to run it one more time just to see. And then see which turtle wins. And this time it looks like green turtle is going to win. And maybe, oh, okay, pink turtle won. Pink turtle won twice. Okay, I got tricked by this turtle module. Go on, someone different win. Oh, now the green turtle won. Okay, you get the idea. Anyway, the turtles move in basically what is called a for loop, and they basically go through these steps. Move a random amount 1 through 5, and if you move the number 1, it'll move very short. If you move the number 4, it'll move almost as fast, and number 5, it'll jump still a small amount, but farther than the other ones. They keep repeating this random amount of picking a number to move this amount, this distance, and then pick another number to move that distance. And they keep moving until one of the turtles eventually wins. And it's always randomized because they just pick a number out of 1 through 5, each number representing a speed, and whatever number they pick usually represents the speed. So now we're going to start coding, and we're going to erase all of this, and we're going to start over from scratch. So the first step is to import turtle. All right, and then we're going to say from random import, which is going to be the thing that's going to pick the numbers 1 through 5. And then we're going to say import turtle. And then we're going to say import time. There's going to be a timer in this game. And now we're going to say print, or this is going to be the start. So we're going to say, actually, I'm going to really quickly comment this code and say start. We're going to make space like that. We're going to say start. And then we're going to say start. And then at the bottom, we're going to say setup. And then 800, 500, which is going to be the coordinates of basically how big our window is going to be. 800. Now it will look like this red over here if you're using PyCharm, because it's basically saying, hey, there's a different way of formatting this. It says maybe there's a better way to do it, but honestly, this is my favorite way. It works well. Unless you want to keep the windows at a fixed size, like if I was to make a program that only had one size for a window, then I would have to change the format. But for this, since the person can resize the window, let's just do this. It'll be fine. Now we're going to say the title. We're going to say National Turtle Race. And remember, anything inside of this parentheses can be anything, or these quotes. And now we're going to say National Turtle Race. There you go. And the next step is to set the background color, which is also personal preference. My favorite is probably green, since it's supposed to be representing grass. We're going to say BG color. And we're going to say forest green, which is the color that I'm using for the grass. There are so many colors you can use. I can't even name all of them. There's probably around 5 million. I'm just guessing. Speed is going to be 0. Now, when you think of the value 0, you probably think the speed is going to be none. You probably think the speed is going to be 0. But 0 actually means that it's going to be the fastest speed. Any higher means that the speed will be less. And now, actually, if you hover over this, I hovered it over earlier, it did say if there's nothing inside of the parentheses, then it would automatically be no speed. So now we're going to start with the heading. And we're going to say pen up, or pen up. And then we're going to say go to, this is the coordinates that we're going to travel to. We're going to say, hey, I'm going to go to these coordinates on the map. We're going to say background color. Oh, oops, sorry, go to, and we're going to say, go to, we're going to say go to the coordinates. Let's say 1 minus 100. And oops, we're going to say minus 100 and 205. And there you go. That 205. And then we're going to say the color is equal to white. And then we're going to say, I keep forgetting the parentheses. Color is white, and then we're going to say now we're going to write down on the screen. This is going to be the screen that's going to say, like the big banner probably I see as a sports game. It's going to say write, this is my favorite method of writing things on the screen. There's probably hundreds of methods, but this is probably the most effective and easiest one. Turtle race. Oops. Race. And then we're going to say, and then we're going to say font. We're going to say font is equal to Arial, which you can actually choose any font you want. I'm just going to choose this one. You can choose like a wacky font. I have some notes written down actually telling me what to write down for each thing. So let's finish font equals Arial. Let me check this. And we forgot to add. Okay, now we need to add the size, which is gonna be 20, and then we're gonna say it's bold, which is probably the best since you want it to stand out. All right. So now that we're done with the first section of drawing the screen, now we're gonna start drawing the dirt track and the finish line. Let's get started. So we need to add our dirt track. So we're going to comment the section out. We're going to say dirt track. And then we're going to say go to the coordinates. It's going to show us that we want the X and Y. We're going to say minus 350. And then we're going to say 200. And now we're going to say pen down, which is going to put the pen down and start drawing. And now we're going to say the color of the pen is going to be chocolate. Like I said, millions of colors, maybe even billions. We can say begin, fill, and then we're going to say and by the way, begin fill means we're going to fill a shape. We're going to say for I in range 2. We're going to add a colon right there. We're going to say for I in range 2. And we're going to say forward 700. So this is the first step. Go forward 700. Right 50. Go right 50. We're going to give it a set of instructions that will repeat 2 times. We're going to say go right 50. Go forward 400. Go right 90. and then say end fill. So let's end the fill of the shape. And it does give us a function. So now we're going to start for the rest of the dirt track. We're going to say the gap size is equal to 20. We're setting a variable. And then we're going to say the shape is going to be square. Now there are set shapes for this. So we are using a shape that is in the library of the Python libraries, by the way. So you can't just put a bunch of garble gooble in there because it wouldn't even recognize it's not in the library. Obviously, it does give us that squiggly line below it. I don't know if that's a suggestion or that's an error, but yeah, it does require you that you put an actual name for a shape. So I'm going to say square. Oops. And there you go. And then we are going to specify pen up. We're going to say we want to pick the pen and put it back up because we're going to be making the white and black square. So we need to pick up our pen and move it without drawing. So we're going to say white squares, which is going to be, this is going to be the finish line. All right. And then we're going to say the color. And then, oops, we're gonna have, excuse me. We're going to have the color as white. And then, this is going to be the color of the square. And then we're going to say for I in range. So we're going to do another loop. And we're going to say 10 times. Add a colon. Then we're going to say go to. And these are very important. These instructions are probably the hardest part of our code so far. We're going to say 250, 170, then we're going to say minus, another parentheses, I, multiplied by the gap size, which is the variable we created earlier, which it will give us the variable, gap size, multiplied by 2, and then that's it. That is our first line. And then there's a very important function that I have done before called stamp. And it basically was stamp and repeat this function. And it'll say, I'm going to do this and stamp it like this in a pattern. And then now we're going to start our second loop. And yes, you may copy this area and then copy paste it right there. And then all you really have to change is, let me think, this part we do have to change. We're going to say plus the gap size and then comma. And then we're going to change this 170 value to 210. And then we're going to minus that by the gap size. So I think we're going to have to remove this entire line. 210 minus gap size. I know this is hard to take in since this line we are to change a lot. 210 minus gap size. And now we're going to say parentheses, space, minus, another parentheses, I multiplied by gap size, multiplied by 2. All right, that was a little bit hard to take in. That was a lot of multiplying and parentheses. But I think that's good. So now all we got to do is start our next section. Okay, so now we have to do the black squares. All right, black squares. We're going to say the color of the squares obviously is going to be black. And then we're going to say, actually, you know what I'm going to do right now is just going to copy all this code. Yes, we are going to have to change a few values here and there, but I'll show you how. I'll walk you through. All right, so then we have to say 190. We're going to have to change something. 190 cap size times 2, 250. That's about the only thing we have to change there. 251, just because we have to make it to the side slightly. And then this should be 190. The next thing should be, what else? 1 gap size times 2, and 190 minus gap size times. Yeah, I think that's it for the amount of things we have to change. All right, so now that we got that finished, let's move on to our next thing. This is the final part for our turtle race, and it's called Appending the Turtles. Let's get started. All right, so if you didn't catch it already, and if you did, that's good. There was a single mistake I made when I was typing. It was a typo. When I was typing in the 4 range, I ended up making this right 50, and that was causing everything to be slanted and off center. So all you gotta do is just change that to 90 degrees, and that was it. Now, if we run the actual program, it should run stable. Anyway, now that we got that resolved, it was a pretty simple problem. Let's move on to making appending our turtles. So this part is mostly copy and pasting. I'm gonna say blue turtle, and what we should actually do is say append turtles. Comment this colored out. And turtles, we're gonna say blue turtle is equal to turtle. Well, it's an instance of turtle. We're gonna say blue turtle dot color is equal to cyan. Forgot to minus that space. You're gonna say blue turtle dot shape is equal to turtle. And let's say blue turtle dot shape size is equal to 1.5. So there's a lot of values we're setting here. Shape size starts with 1.5. I'm going to say blue turtle dot pen up. So we're actually just saying, just for the blue turtle, we're saying, hey, I don't want any other turtles to go up besides blue. So blue turtle dot pen up, and then add 2 parentheses. Oops. And then we're going to say blue turtle dot go to these coordinates. We're going to specify what coordinates we would like. Minus 300. I'm going to say 150. All right, now we're going to say blue turtle dot pen down. And that is it for the blue turtle section. Now I want to copy this 4 times because there's obviously no point in just, to keep typing the same block of code over and over again with just different names. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one, you can replace everything with pink. 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 Okay, start with everything with pink, and now we're going to change that color to magenta. Oops. Magenta. And create the same. And the coordinates are slightly different. Instead of 150, we're going to say minus 350. So below, 50 pixels below. And then now, we're going to change this to yellow turtle. Yellow, turtle, yellow, turtle, yellow, 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 yellow. And then for the final is green. Green, 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 and green. All right, so now what we have to do is then change the rest of the coordinates. This is going to be a line. And the coordinates are going to be minus 300, minus 150. And the yellow turtle is going to be minus 50. You can see the patterns of how they're going. But the color of the yellow turtle is obviously going to be yellow. And that should be it for appending the turtles. Okay, so now we have to pause before the game because we want to give it time to start up. So we're going to say, this is why we imported the time module, by the way. This is a very useful function. We're going to say pause for game. Okay, we're going to say time dot sleep, and we're going to say 1, which represents 1 second. And there you go. We're going to run it real quick. Boom, there's all the turtles. Now they won't move yet because we still haven't done that. So let's go ahead and move all the turtles. We're going to say, comment out and say, move turtles. And then this is going to be the most time-consuming part of the code, especially the parts where we're doing the X coordinates and the Y coordinates. That is going to be the hardest part. Okay, so we do know this part is going to be hard. So what I'm going to do is, because there are so many lots of just copy pasting, I'm going to put all of these lines inside of the if you don't want to type them out by yourself, you can just go in the description page, and I'll leave a link, or I'll leave an actual coding line for all of these next parts. And you can actually pause the video if you want to actually tell what these are. And I'm going to leave all of these right here. So the reason why I don't want to keep doing this is because I'm going to end up making a typo in there. It's going to slow down the video, and we don't want that also. So I want to make it clear so that you can automatically get it. I'm going to really quickly show you how this works. You have blue turtle, the coordinates, pink turtle coordinates, blue turtle and yellow turtle and blue turtle is greater than green turtle. So what you're saying is, if the blue turtle coordinates are greater than the pink turtle coordinates, and the blue turtle's coordinates are greater than the yellow turtle's coordinates, and the blue turtle's coordinates are better than the green turtle's coordinates, then blue turtle wins. Because he has the greater coordinates than every single one of the turtles. And so we're going to say print out blue turtle wins for I in range 72. Repeat that 72 times, or 72 in the revolutions. Blue turtle right 5, turn around 5, or right 5, and then increase the size by 2.5, which we saw when we were previewing the game. And now you can copy and paste these, and all you gotta change is just the name of the turtle. They're all the same sizes. And there you go. That's it. And so now that we got this finished, let's see. Oops, shoot. We forgot to copy the yellow turtles. That was actually the green ones. I didn't notice that. Let's copy the yellow turtles coordinates, and that should be good. Now we got the yellow turtles, and now we got the green turtles. I'm going to actually type this one out right now because I want to show you in detail how to do it. We're going to say else, and then we're going to say print. So else, if everything else is false, then say print green turtle wins. And we forgot to add the parentheses. There you go. And now, I'm just going to copy this right there. And here. All right, so you can pause the video if you would like to copy these down. They're pretty cool. And yeah, so that's how the game works. I'm gonna run it really quick. I don't know why that line is highlighted. Really quick. Oh, I see the reason why. The blue turtle wins should be at the. Oh, that's good. And let's run the program and hope that we did it all right. And let's see which turtle's gonna win. Please don't say it's the pink turtle. Is it always the turtle that's going to defeat? The pink turtle is like the enemy of this video. Something else besides the pink. Oh no. Oh no, the pink turtle's gonna get ahead again. No. Someone else. Oh, the yellow turtle won this time. It's fun to watch them and just cheer for who wants to win. And I don't see an output. Oh yeah, no, I did see an output right here. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I have a video next week coming out about how to make the second turtle race video, which is going to be less colorful, but it's going to have different features that make it different from this one. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week.